just really, really going a little nutty with the liquid luminizer. Now, she is an older woman, so older woman, she's 44. I mean, I'm 51, but as a more mature woman, right, needs to really, really talk to her makeup artist. Maybe if it's Daniel, who knows? But she needs to talk to them about dialing it down, because actually when you wear too much luminizer and you're just like, you know, shining like that disco ball like she does, the more I was watching it, it's like there's someone or something else driving it. It doesn't even look like her normal mania. It looks completely different. I think that this brand is tainted. They are diabolical. They are satanic, in my opinion. It's all just very dark. So to have herself attached to this brand, I debated even turning the camera on and making a video about the fact that the Duchess of Sussex went to Paris Fashion Week apparently for the first time. So this is a huge, you know, news and noteworthy event. I hesitated making a video just based on that. But then when I was reading the articles and watching some of the footage from her walking in and out of this Balenciaga fashion show that she went to in Paris, you know, her walking in and out, the posing, the posturing, what she's wearing, and even more importantly, the brand she's supporting, I was like, yeah, we need to turn on the camera and talk about this. And it just, I don't know, you guys, it's very, very dark to me. Watching the footage of her face, seeing what she's posting, seeing what other people are posting, seeing the word Backward under all of the images online. But it's just, it all seems very, very dark to me, very, very subversive. And, you know, I gotta say, it's the weekend, right? If you're married with children, and not the show her dad worked on, but when you are married with children and it's the weekend, for the most part, you're at home with your kids and you are living your best life, hanging out and enjoying time with each other. This woman doesn't seem to spend a whole heck of a lot of time with her kids, in my humble opinion. But she's in Paris Fashion Week with her man friend, Marcus Anderson. And, you know, those two are thick as thieves and have been for years. And I suspect it's because they have so much dirt on each other. They could probably plant their own garden. But anyway, Harry's not in sight. Not that she would bring kids to Paris Fashion Week, but, you know, still, husband is nowhere to be found. Where are your kids, Meghan? It's Sunday. And, you know, I got out of church today, all fired up. The priest gave a great homily talking about basically like spiritual warfare, like St. Paul talks about, and girding your loins against the evils of the world. And, you know, Meghan Markle's been called a lot of things by a lot of people. I haven't slurred or slandered her with offensive language or, you know, any type of thing that could brand me a hater in a normal person's eyes. But I'm saying I've used words like narcissist, I've used words like selfish, you know, observing her behavior over the years. But just looking at this, and I just have some photos and videos pulled up here that I'm looking at that, you know, I'll like run them as I'm talking to you guys. But so looking at this, I'm just thinking evil. It's just evil. That brand is evil. Her presence there is evil. The vibe she is exuding to me, it feels dark. It looks dark. It feels dark. She looks vacant. She is painfully thin, and it's just completely exacerbated by the outfit that she's wearing. But okay, I digress. Let's just break this up little by little. I don't want to make this video too long because, again, I wasn't even planning on filming today. I'm trying to do like more of a like work balance for you guys. And oh, hey, by the way, I'm Jennifer. Thanks for stopping by to my channel. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get my views up since I took a month's vacay from YouTube. And that's kind of like a cardinal sin of YouTube. You know, we had an international move here to Germany, my family and I, and it was just really stressful getting adjusted to a lot of things. Still is on a lot of different areas, but long story short, I had to to, for, you know, family life, work balance, take some time away from YouTube. And I took about a month, and it seems like YouTube is really, really penalizing me. Like my videos just aren't getting out there. But anyway, so let's get going on the first thing I want to talk about, just her appearance. And you know, normally we don't talk about that and like looks and clothes and all that in any kind of negative, mean way. Like, we do not do that here. But she's at a fashion show. Okay, so let's just talk about the look here. I guess apparently she's wearing Balenciaga, obviously. First of all, my theory why she's there. The guy who I guess took over as, what do they call them? Creative directors or head designer or whatever. This dude, and I don't even know his name. I'll put it somewhere here on the screen. It's his first show, his first, I guess, independent show since taking over for the brand. And apparently she has some type of relationship with him. Like, she's worn some of his designs in the past when he worked for different fashion houses. So that's why she's there, I guess, in support of him. And I'm going to guess that this is probably the first and only invitation she's going to get this fashion week. For her, it was probably pulling blood from a turnip to get this guy to probably even loan her a few outfits and get her, you know, an invite. But okay, from my perspective as a licensed esthetician for over 20 years, I have to say that she's looking a bit tired, and she's definitely looking a bit gaunt and very, 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 very shiny. So as a makeup artist and an esthetician, I've always loved hair and makeup and beauty products. Beauty has always been my thing. I could really care less about fashion. Honestly, I don't really care so much about fashion. I never really have. My mom was the opposite. My mom was always into clothes and stuff, where I was always into the beauty side. I mean, I buy my clothes off Amazon. And like, for me, being hoity-toity is going into Nordstrom every July for their anniversary sale. So anywho, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, what is happening? The whole ensemble. First, let's talk about the skin. She is very, very, very shiny, you guys, like overly shiny. And I think she's been over Botoxed, and I think that she has gotten some filler strategically placed, and it looks like it's settled down a bit because she's not very round in the face because she is so thin. But I'm sure she's being extremely strategic in where she's placing filler, because in a lot of her pictures, since she's lost so much weight in the last 3 years or so, when she's photographed from the side and she smiles, she's got a lot of deep indentations, which a lot of people think is due to Ozempic. They call it Ozempic face. So long story short, I believe that she's had filler placed around like the jawline here, under the cheeks, and around the mouth. But what says to me crazy over Botox is the fact that her forehead is not only super smooth and doesn't show any type of texture or expression, but it's overly shiny. So when you are over Botoxing, especially the forehead, and you've got a rounded forehead the way that Meghan does, Meghan has that, and I actually think that it's very beautiful. It's that rounded forehead. She has that. So that really reflects light, that bone structure in of itself, but the fact that she is so overly Botoxed, and that really evens and smooths out the texture. So that's why she's so unbelievably shiny. I mean, also from a makeup artist perspective, she is kind of going for that no makeup 90s look. That's what it looks like to me. And she's just really going a little nutty with the liquid luminizer. Now, she is an older woman, so older woman, she's 44. I mean, I'm 51, but as a more mature woman, right? So if you are a mature woman and you want to bring some luminosity to your skin, I would advise you to not do it the way that Meghan is doing it, because Meghan, and there's also videos where when you see her moving, her face is so shiny, it looks like a disco ball. And she's really accentuating the upper cheekbones here, and she's doing it in that C because her forehead is very shiny, and then it's shiny all the way down to like here underneath her eye on the tops of her cheekbones. She's just overly shiny. So I don't think she's using powder luminizers because those are very aging to mature skin. I'm sure she is using some type of liquid luminizing drops. A lot of companies make them. I suspect that's what she's doing, but she needs to really, really talk to her makeup artist. Maybe if it's Daniel, who knows? But she needs to talk to them about dialing it down, because actually when you wear too much luminizer and you're just like, you know, shining like that disco ball like she does, it actually draws more attention to crow's feet if you have it, or like smile lines and wrinkles, which isn't necessarily a super bad thing, but it just, I mean, most of us don't want to accentuate wrinkles. We want to look fresh and luminous, but we kind of want to look also real and approachable. When you're this shiny, when you're this made up, and yes, I understand she's going to a fashion show, but she just looks so shiny to the point where she looks sweaty. So again, all this is my opinion. Agree to disagree. I just really feel like she's overdoing the shiny face thing. She's got like shiny face syndrome, I've noticed. And a lot of super ultra thin women do this because they want more light reflected off of their face, because as you lose weight medically, which in my humble opinion, that is what she has done. I personally feel that, my opinion, she's on Ozempic, and that's how she's gotten so thin. So basically, when you are trying to lose or lost weight by those means, you can get gaunt in the face very, very quickly, and shadows can be created. So the more light you can try to bounce off of your face using luminizers and things like what she's doing, she thinks that that can bring about a more smooth, full, shiny like appearance that's youthful, but she just definitely needs to dial it back. And that, coupled with how sleek her hair is, she does look okay to me with a bun like this. The skeptic in me was like, you know, I don't really think she loves that hairdo so much as she loves the fact that she could probably have greasy, dirty hair for days on end and not worry about it. Just like add more slick back product. But that's just my opinion. But so getting back to the skin, when the skin's so unbelievably crazy, shiny like how hers is, and then you slick back that bun and the hair is just like super shiny, it's all too much. It's almost like you want to turn into Anna Wintour and put sunglasses on when you're hugging her, because you're like, holy heck, what? I can't, I'm blinded. Never mind the paparazzi flash bulbs, right? I'm blinded by Meghan's luminizer, or highlighter, and her hair. And what I noticed about that exchange between her and Anna Wintour that's been going all over social media, what I noticed about that exchange is that when Meghan is walking up to her, she's pretending like she's looking down, and then she looks up, and then only then does she see Anna Wintour and then go to greet her. But if you are really, really paying attention and a psycho like me, no. She saw her, then tried to be kind of demure and just uber cool and look down and act like she didn't see her. And like, oh, hi. No. She saw her. So I just noticed that. But getting back to the makeup, so just the overly Botoxed skin, the overuse of luminizer, you know, it's fair enough. Her hair looks fine in that pretty sleek back bun. Although I did notice that the hairline is, I mean, like, bless her. I don't know if she's just too much into the extensions or the chemical treatments or something, but it just looks kind of like it's a really far back type of receding hairline. So hopefully she can use some of those products from that highbrow hippie. Remember, she was promoting that business back in the spring when she was doing that Confessions Female Founder Floundering podcast. So apparently that lady makes nutritive hair oils and vitamins. So maybe Meghan should I don't know, start using the products if she hasn't already, because I don't know, the hairline doesn't look too healthy to me, unfortunately. But now that I'm looking at the makeup, I don't know if I would call it 90s neutral, you know, nude makeup, because actually, I mean, yes, she is a little more subdued. She doesn't really wear bright lip colors ever. I do see hints of, underneath the pounds of luminizer, I do see a hint of like a cream pink flush blush, and she does have a slight pinky hue to the lip. It's not like a bold pink like what I'm wearing. It's more of like a pinky nude hue, and then it looks like she's just got a little bit of like a dark brown goldy smudgy cream eyeshadow on her lid. You know, all fine, all very pretty, and actually it would have looked a lot nicer had she not, you know, doused herself with a bucket of liquid luminizer highlighter before she went out. But she always does this. But it's just, I just don't like it when mature women do this, when they douse themselves with luminizer thinking that it makes them look young. It doesn't. It makes you look sweaty, and it's not a good look. So moving on, I don't even really know if I can comment on this fashion thing. I like I said, I don't really care about fashion. I do see that she is super thin, and she is wearing something that, I don't know, it looks like it's a bed sheet. It looks like she was toilet papered. Is she trying to, you know, one up Pope Leo here? I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And knowing Meghan, she doesn't like to buy anything. She likes to be gifted things from, you know, designers and people that do things. Notoriously, according to reports out there in the media, you know, she liked to take items home from shoots and from suits and different things like that, allegedly. So we all know that she doesn't really like to spend money, neither does her husband. So I don't know if Balenciaga gave her this outfit just maybe as just like, you know, we're going to flip you the bird and give you this thing to wear. I don't know, but I'm sorry. It doesn't look nice. And maybe there was something that someone could have done to style this better. I don't know. The only other thing that I noticed her wearing was that black backless dress. I'm looking at a video of it now. And again, you know, it's cut very low to the back, fine. I mean, it looks a heck of a lot better than, you know, the Pope's robe that she was wearing in the last video there. But okay, this is where I'm going to get into the thing where I'm just talking about darkness. And I'm sorry, guys, like, call me a freako, you know, call me a crazy, creepy Christian. I don't care. This looks demonic to me. And especially that video of her being let out by the hand in this black backless dress. It all looks very, very demonic to me. And when you look at the opening shots of her being led out of this, I don't know, restaurant, whatever the heck she's doing, she almost looks like, I don't know, I got a very predatory vibe. She's very, very conscious of the image that she's trying to project, you guys. And I don't know if this high fashion, you know, nose in the air, dead serious, and this Zoolander vibe that she's trying to exude, that this high fashion, I could give an F look that a lot of these people always give when they go to these fashion shows. Does this gel and vibe with the as ever aesthetic? The, you know, I'm just a down home, you know, jam making mom in Montecito. Doesn't vibe. It doesn't vibe. So this is, to me, evidence of the fact that she's kind of divorcing herself publicly from this as ever biz. To me, I don't know. That's just what it seems like to me. I don't think she's going to give it up completely 100% within the next maybe even year or so, but do I feel like it's on its way out, because she feels that if she can somehow hobnob with these super richies and these elites and make some connections, I think she's angling for her next husband. But she figures if she gets into this so-called high society, because that's all she cares about, that she can just kind of drop that jam thing. Or if she's going to keep it up, just stop putting her mug and all of her personal touches on it. But anyways, I digress. There is this whole persona she's going with. It does not fly with the whole sunny Californian, you know, hands in the dirt gardening Meghan she's been trying to sell to us for the past year. Whatever, I'm not buying it. But getting back to the dark, I thought it was fitting that the dress was black. The building she's coming out of is black. The facial expression is dead and black. It just all just rings very creepy to me, and even more so, which made me want to turn on the camera. And you guys already know about the firestorm of controversy that this brand encountered, 2-3 years ago, when this brand used in its advertising campaigns little kids, and I'm talking little kids, like under 8 years old, posed in bedrooms, but they were like kids looking type bedrooms, but they were photographed around disgusting imagery, meaning props and toys and things that are used for activities, okay, shall we say. And they're pictured around these children. And you had teddy bears wearing bondage outfits and just like all this random stuff. And I think the worst one, and I don't even want to show the picture, but the worst thing that came out of that campaign was a bunch of papers in some of the pictures featuring these children. And these papers were documents from court cases involving child, you know what, okay, let's say it like that. And that is demonic, you guys. That is absolutely 100% demonic, okay? He's hiding in plain sight and he's using his minion, and that is disgusting. And so many people renounced that fashion brand after the fact. Misan Harriman, her photographer friend, was actually one of them. And Kim Kardashian eventually ended up renouncing that brand online because I believe she had some connections with them or something. Don't quote me. But anywho, this is who she's supporting now. And yes, I believe the brand did blame photographer for the campaign, which to me is a bunch of BS because they're going to have final say on the pictures. Like, don't throw the photographer under the bus, even though that person's a real freaking sicko, if you want my opinion. But yeah, so I don't care if they've changed directors. I don't know who the director was back then. I don't know. I don't care. The people that own it, I'm sure, are the same people. So anyone that chooses to associate with this brand and this name, I'm sorry, you want to stay the H away from them. And what does this woman do? She flies to Paris because she got a free ticket and because she got probably what she thinks are beautiful, but a bunch of really super ugly clothes. And she's photographing herself riding in this limo or this car on the streets of Paris with her feet up. And everyone's pointing it out. And everyone's pointing it out because I thought the exact freaking thing too. It's so disgusting that Harry's mother died on the streets of Paris. And yes, I know she's not being pursued, and the situation isn't the same, but it's all still kind of creepy to like show it from that vantage point of you in the car and the streets of Paris whizzing by you. Everyone thought that. Everyone's talking about it because everyone thought that. And she knows that. She's not stupid. She's very media savvy. So it's just all very dark. The connection with this brand is very, very dark, and it's very, very disgusting. And as a Catholic Christian, and any Christian watching this should be just utterly just offended and creeped out 100%. It's just gross. It's absolutely disgusting. And what's even more disgusting is just her whole facial expression. Her whole facial expression the entire time in all these images that we're seeing. Like, she is just so trying her best to show that she is above us, that she's high fashion, and, she could just care less. And she's just, the prime of her life and everything's so wonderful. We all know what's really happening here. It's a persona. It's a fake persona. Because think about it. What do a lot of Meghan Markle observers, I don't even call us watchers, because watcher to me kind of denotes that you're a little bit of a fan, like, oh, whatever, watcher. But I'm an observer. I'm an observer. This is just narcissism in the wild. And what is super, super disturbing to me is just to see her whole entire countenance. And this tells you that she is a shapeshifter, in my opinion, because they don't have a sense of peace or self-worth in of themselves to be the same in all different situations. Let's put it this way. This woman has the reputation for, at whatever stage she was at in her life, she would conform to the people and situations around her in order to ingratiate herself to those people so that she could move up. I believe that she was one way when she was married to her first husband, Trevor Engelson. I believe she was another way when she was trying to cozy up to Jessica Mulroney and all those Toronto high society people when she was trying to move up into that Soho realm when she was in Suits. I believe that she completely changed her persona and her personality when she met Harry because she wanted to be that down-to-earth humanitarian who was fun-loving, yet, casual chic kind of thing, the athletic typey, yoga woman that she thought would appeal to Harry. So she was one way when she met him to try to entrap him. She was another way when she was in the royal family for a little while. I don't really think she played nice, but she still was a heck of a lot different, you know, conducting herself differently than how she's doing here. And then she's been trying to sell us for the last year this whole Montecito mom. I pack my kids' lunches every day. You know, I like phone in when I'm on the road, my bedtime story. I mean, you know, my hands are in the dirt. I'm gardening. She's got that whole persona going on. And now it's like her best, like, I don't care. When have you ever seen her not look and smile in the direction of a camera? She's not doing that. It's because she's trying to do her best high fashion kind of dead in the eye look. And it's just really, really sad. And the whole thing is dark to me. I just cannot watch this woman anymore without thinking that there's something behind those eyes that is propelling her to do these things. Something is going on deep inside this woman that is just making her seek all the wrong things in life. And when you watch her come out of that black door, that's the force that I'm talking about. It's like a dead, vacant look, but not. How can I describe it? Because if you're vacant and dead in the eyes, you're dead in the eyes. It's like no one's there. And it does look like that to some degree. Like, more I was watching it, it's like there's someone or something else driving it. It doesn't even look like her normal mania. It looks completely different. I think that this brand is tainted. They are diabolical. They are satanic, in my opinion. It's all just very dark. So to have herself attached to this brand, especially when she's been such an advocate online for the, you know, children's safety online and all this kind of stuff. Well, what about the pictures that Balenciaga took for that ad campaign a few years ago and wanted to disseminate as a campaign all over? That would have been, in my opinion, pretty harmful to the safety of children. But, you know, maybe that's just me. So anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say about this particular little latest publicity stunt of hers. It seems like there was using going on both sides. This guy, it was his first major show for this brand, and he wanted a lot of publicity, and he got it. She garners a lot of publicity, albeit negative publicity, to these demonic people. They don't care. It's all the same to them. She got a free ticket. She got some more photographs. Oh, and also, I do think she's trying to play Harry a little bit here. I think she's trying to send a very strong message to her husband, who's trying to get back into the royal fold. And we all know she does not want that. She's a big fat coward who does not want to go back to the UK because she knows she is highly disliked in the UK and she can't take it. She can't take it. She's so frightened of going to places in London and being heckled or being yelled at or whatever. I guarantee it. She can say all she wants that, you know, she fears for her safety and all that, but by all accounts, Paris has become a very, very unsafe city. Look up Paris 2025. You'll see what I'm talking about. So she's cool to go to Paris, but she can't go to London. And even if her and her handbag husband were in London together and she could brave it, they would have royal protection while they were there. They would. So she's just full of contradictions. This whole appearance, it's gross. Let me know what you guys think about this. Were you getting that dark feel that I was regarding this woman? Yeah, it's yucky. So I'm going to turn this off and go spend some time with my kids and try to bring some love and light in the world, because this is not it. Okay. So thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.